Welcome to the first of the panels series of videos in which we will describe the arithmetic panel. In order to produce that, we're going to use a SMath Studio file in which we describe the use of the arithmetic panel. I'm going to open it up over here. All right. Now I'm going to change this. That's better. And I'm going to keep it that way, because what I'm going to do here is click this button where you can show the panels on the right hand side. So those panels include arithmetic, matrices, Boolean, functions, plot, programming, symbols, which is the Greek characters in lowercase, and another one in symbols, which is the Greek characters in uppercase. And they all can be hidden or shown by clicking this particular button. The first one of them is the arithmetic panel. And this arithmetic panel includes all the numbers and some special characters like the infinity right here, pi, the geometric constant, I, the unit imaginary number, the plus minus, which allows you to define numbers with plus or minus. There is the power, there is the assignment, or the backspace, sorry, and then you have the plus sign, the minus sign, multiplication and division. You have the use of parentheses, the absolute value, square root, the end root, a comma, the symbolic evaluation. I'm going to there's the symbolic evaluation control dot. The definition is the colon and the equal sign. Okay, out of those, well, we can enter many of them using the keyboard, the numbers, the basic operations, and some others with the name. For example, the absolute value is called ABS. And so let me show you some exercises here using the arithmetic panel. What I've done here is whatever is between the brackets, you're going to type it as it is, and you're going to see mathematical expressions being produced. So you have 1 divided by Control Shift Z combined. That gives you infinity, and then you do Control dot, and basically symbolically 1 over infinity is equal to 0. In the next one, we're going to do sine parenthesis P Control G divided by 3 equal. That is the calculation of the sine of pi over 3. In the third example, we have 1 divided by 5 plus 3 times I. 5 plus 3 times I was called a complex number. If you do the equal sign, it does for you the rationalization of that and multiplying by the so-called conjugate complex. Let me select the placeholder here to the right hand side. I'm going to do a backspace twice, and then use the control dot, and that will just simply say that's the same thing. Now, well, we'll leave it like that. We're going to use the equal sign to obtain that result. The next one says P, Control G, that's pi, raised to the 2, P, Control G, raised to 2 over 3 equal. And I'm going to accommodate over here. Then we have the absolute value, abs of 2 plus 3 times I. Actually, will give you the magnitude, 3 times lowercase I. The magnitude of this complex number is 3.6056. Square root of -5 equals, it gives you an imaginary number, the 2.2361 times I. Here we have control backspace, and it says put 3 at the top. So we click at the top here, put the 3, and 27 at the bottom. Basically, we're calculating the cubic root of 27, which is equal to 3. And the next one, we have 2.3 raised to the cube, 12.167. Then we have 20, and we use the exclamation mark, which represents the factorial of 20, divided by 5, exclamation factorial, multiplied by 15, exclamation factorial equals, and give you that result. The next one, we make an assignment A, column, square root of 125. We can use the equal sign here to obtain that result. Or we can just keep it as the definition, and then in the next line say A equal. It will show the value stored in A. It says the plus minus operator produces a list of two values. In this case, it simply does a list. The list is also available right here. It's called a system of values of equations in the functions panel. And that's what it's doing here, just giving you two results. Here's an example that uses the formula of the quadratic equation. You go like minus 3, or negative 3 actually. Then we use the plus minus sign right here. Square root of parenthesis 3 square space bar. Space bar brings you back to the level. Minus, sorry, I made a mistake. This is minus 4 times 1 times 2. Then we go space bar. The space bar collects this product. Second space bar collects the quantity under the radical. The next space bar collects their square root. The next space bar collects the entire expression, and then we do divided by 2 equal. Because we have that plus minus sign in there, this is just a calculation of like a quadratic equation. You get the two results of minus 1, minus 2. And so these are some examples of using the functions in the arithmetic panel. A few additional notes regarding this panel. Anytime that you end up with an operator that has placeholders, like the square root symbol, simply click on the placeholder to enter the value. For example, this is before, so we go here and click on this one. And after, let's say 125 here, and then we put a 4 in there. That will be the 4 root of 125, which is 3.3437. In subsequent videos, we will present the basic use of the matrices, Boolean, function, plot, and symbols panel. The other panels are available in the right-hand side, and we're going to present it in different videos because there's a lot of material to be covering there. And so at this point, we are going to end this presentation on the arithmetic